and thank you for joining MOOC Club's interview series called Life-Changing Experiences of Learning with MOOCs, where we feature people from different walks of life who come to talk about their experiences of learning with massive open online courses. My name is Carolyn McIntyre. I'm CEO of MOOCclub.club, a community website connecting people to online learning. Today, I'll be talking to an avid MOOC taker. His name is Thakshak. He's from India, and he is a qualified airline pilot and management consultant. After completing about 40 MOOCs himself, he joins us today to share his experiences and insights on learning with MOOCs. So we go over to India now, where hopefully Thakshak is waiting for us. Hello, Thakshak.
Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, Thakshak, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
Great. How are things in India?
Things are improving day by day.
Good. That's good to hear. So Thakshak, you're joining us today to talk about your experiences with learning with MOOCs. Maybe you could start by telling us a little bit about your background and what you do professionally.
Sure, Carolyn. Initially, I started as an airline pilot and worked for an airline called Jet Airways in India. I was flying Boeing 737, and this allowed me to travel around the world. I had an inclination and passion towards management, so I happened to come to London and finish my MBA, and currently inclined to finish my doctorate. And presently, I'm working as a director for Extron Aerospace and Robotics Private Limited. And initially, we are opening as a consultancy agency, and we'll be looking forward for future offers from, and FDIs are opening in the aviation sector these days. So let's hope things will work out well.
Well, yes, I wish you luck with that, Thakshak. Thakshak, you've completed an impressive number of MOOCs. Can you tell us what field they're in?
Most of my MOOCs are related to business and management functions, such as strategy, marketing, operations, big data. And however, I have also looked into aviation-specific MOOCs and some other domain-specific MOOCs, which help me to enhance my knowledge in those sectors.
Okay, and how did you first become aware of these types of courses?
Well, as you're aware, I'm continuing with my doctorate studies. So I happen to read a lot of blogs and go through a lot of YouTube videos. This led me to MOOCs platform, and I happen to look into different MOOC providers, such as Coursera, edX, and others. Well, yeah. Please go ahead.
I was just going to say, what was the first MOOC you completed then?
If I'm right, my first MOOC was related to entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you completed every MOOC that you've enrolled in?
Well, most of the MOOCs which I select, I preview it. So I see the contents before I join the MOOCs. You can say success rate of 90% because some of the MOOCs I was not satisfied because of the content or maybe the delivery, the way in which the tutor delivered online.
Okay, and what strategies do you use personally to stay engaged in a MOOC? Because I know some students struggle with going through them right to the end and finishing them. So what strategies do you use personally to make sure that you finish them?
Well, as I was aware of this information, what you just said, I was very clear on my plan and how I could plan my time and strategies to finish the MOOC. Initially, I used to make notes one by one, and I used to tick mark each week or module which I used to finish. And later, I used to have an external and internal motivation through. Initially, you can say your loved one always check on you constantly at maybe every 2 or 3 days. Are you doing well? Are you finishing the course on time? In case sometimes I used to, because of the work, at times I used to lag, to keep a buffer of 1 or 2 days. So in case I was unable to finish, I used to cover it up on the other 2 days. That was my main strategies, you can say.
Great, that's helpful. And can you share with us, if it's the case, some examples of how MOOCs have enhanced your life, either personally or professionally or both?
Sure, Carolyn. I look at MOOCs and any kind of these platforms in 3 different ways. One is information, education, and knowledge. And I like to, at times, I need only certain information on particular sectors as a consultant, which helps me to, deliver the required knowledge and projects to the stakeholders. And others are to educate me and on other few tools which will help me to gain knowledge and be more experienced how to approach certain problems at times. All these ways it helped me professionally, and personally it helped me to be more matured and more confident, you can say.
So these MOOCs have helped you reach the point where you are now professionally?
Absolutely. I wouldn't be able to, take MOOCs all around the world, in the sense, attend all the universities. I've attended N number of courses, as you're aware, and it's very difficult to go to those particular university physically and attend those courses. And MOOCs has enhanced my knowledge incredibly, in the sense I'm quite satisfied with it.
That's very encouraging. And you obviously have a lot of experience of both formal traditional education and this new form of online learning. How, in your view, do they compare?
Well, since I would like to look at the positive side of MOOCs, I would rather specify it was helping me to be more flexible at my approach. It was highly cost effective. And it's a global platform. So even though you're traveling, if you have your computer or a laptop or a mobile phone in case, you can still attend those MOOCs and finish the courses on time. So it's highly flexible and the global platform, you can say.
Okay, so would you say the quality of MOOCs is as good as the quality of courses you've taken traditionally?
It depends on the university and the professors at times. And also the pattern in which the MOOC is prepared. Some of the MOOCs have what you can say quiz, and others have peer review and with the assignments. I would prefer a quiz and assignment kind of approach, because if I'm correct, few MOOCs where I attended, they had something on plagiarism to avoid plagiarism. So if it's your own material, you get a higher score.
Absolutely,
Right.
which is the case in a normal course as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And how do you feel about peer reviewing? Do you think it's an effective way of providing feedback for your work?
Sure, Carolyn, because it helps you to understand things in a different perspective. For example, let's say you're looking at things, solving a problem, and I look at things in a different way. And people in different countries look at things in a different way at times. So there are N number of approaches to solve the same problems, or a combination of all of them. So it helps you to enhance your knowledge at times. And there's no specific answer for a solution. Maybe there is, it is good to have a combined solution and look at, it's more like a discussion between different stakeholders, and coming into and taking the input from them, and coming to a solution which is comfortable for everyone.
Great. So the fact
what
that
I'm trying to say here is it helps you to widen your knowledge and accept different kind of approach as a manager, rather than thinking it's what you have prepared is the only solution.
And the fact that MOOCs are quite culturally diverse in the people who are completing them, would you say that's an added advantage of MOOCs over formal education?
Sure, Carolyn, it is an added advantage, and all these diversities helps you to approach a problem in a different outlook.
Yes, which is particularly important in business.
That's right.
There are quite a lot of MOOC skeptics around. What words would you have to say to a MOOC skeptic about MOOCs?
Please do it. It's, for God's sake, it's for free. Come on.
So you're definitely an advocate.
You don't need to pay for the certificates. It's an open platform. Why not people taking a complete advantage of this, especially developing countries?
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the great advantages of MOOCs. Moving on to sort of the employment side of things, MOOCs unfortunately still remain fairly unknown to employers. Do you think, knowing this, that it's worth paying for MOOC certificates or not?
I have gained few certificates currently, and I'm already enrolled in digital marketing platforms specialization certification. I need to complete one capstone course to finish it, which is about to happen maybe by next month. So it has helped me quite a bit. It's a new field, especially digital marketing. So anything which is new is good to pay, I believe, and it helps you to improve your credibility in the market space. Maybe not now, in near future, since MOOC is able to pick up momentum and gain critical mass. It will be beneficial in long term.
That's great. And would you say that employers in India are familiar with the MOOC concept, or is it still very unknown?
I would rather say very unknown. It takes some time. Let's see, with the foreign investments coming into India, hope the quality of education and business processes will improve.
Great. Let's hope so. So talking about MOOC certificates, would you have any advice to give to people on how to present them on a CV so that employers can see them in a positive light?
It's good to specify it and highlight it in a separate space, maybe with a heading called MOOC certificate, which will highlight your aptitude towards continual learning and improvement, which is important in the changing world.
Okay, so you would definitely advise people to actually put them on their CV?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And initially when MOOCs first appeared, they were forecast to become the great disruptors of higher education. And with the advancements of education technology, how do you see the future of higher education?
With my understanding currently, few of the universities are already providing masters on MOOC platform. If I'm correct, I don't remember the university names. MTech and MBA, a few of these things which are happening on MOOC platform. It's already disrupting the market, and maybe it needs to gain some critical mass. And Facebook and other platforms, all these new platforms came in. It took some time for it to gain the critical mass. Once the critical mass is gained and momentum is picked up, it's going to change things around, and it's going to be an alternate source of education for people, especially who are working, or maybe people who are from developing countries.
Do you think that traditional higher education is threatened at all by this form of learning?
There are different segments in these markets, if we understand. So There are a few segments, such as an airline. Let's consider in that way. Yeah, we have business class in the front and the premier classes, and we have the economic classes at the back tail of the airplane. So you can say the premier classes, which are physical universities, and the MOOC can be considered as an economical class, just to give a comparison in this for you to understand. So even within the airplane, we are managing the assets differently. So it wouldn't be a threat, I would say. It would be complementing the education system.
That's a very nice analogy, because everybody in that aeroplane ends up in the same place at the end.
That's right.
That's great, a nice way of looking at it. So you have a lot of experience of studying massive open online courses. Based on that experience, could you share with us 5 tips you would give to someone who's about to start taking a MOOC?
Well, I would like to answer from what I did and what were the things which helped me to reach where I am now. One is hunger for knowledge. You need to be really hungry, because you're alone here and you need to survive. You need to be hungry here in this platform. Another is discipline. You need to hit the target, and you need to be disciplined every day. Wake up, have a plan, work on it. Commitment. At times, when you have too much of commitment, you're not able to finish this. In the sense, work, family, and other pleasures. You need to have commitment for this to be successfully completed. And consistency. Hit the target, follow your plans. Another would be positive attitude. At times you are alone. It's more like a doctorate degree, you see. You're alone. You need to do everything by yourself. So you come back, have a positive attitude, get motivated, maybe keep some internal and external keys which help you to push towards your goal. That's very important from my perspective.
Thank you very much for sharing those very valuable tips. Do you, can I ask you, do you use the discussion forums that are available often on MOOC platforms to help you?
Well, since I'm committed to work, and I generally don't use as much of discussion forums. At times when I have time, I just go through it, and it helps.
It does help. That's good.
When you're especially confused on a particular subject and people are discussing on the same issue, it helps, but not always.
Great, that's interesting. And just to finish off, Thakshak, can you share with us? You've already said that you're about to complete a specialization course with the Capstone project. Do you have any plans on taking any other courses?
At the moment, I've already I will be getting a brand management certification, which is paid from University of London. I feel it was quite valuable. One on negotiation, University of Michigan. These are the courses which I took because of a specific reason. The quality of the MOOC and the way it was presented. And the content was also quite good enough. I could see the passion amongst the tutors who were really engaged in the MOOC, even though you're talking to a camera.
Yes, which is not always an easy thing to do for professors and teachers. Have you seen a progression since you started taking MOOCs in the quality of the delivery of the content?
Yes, few of the MOOCs, especially from good universities, have really improved on their content, and including the fees. So, and luckily, as we are from developing countries, I believe they have some concessions on those price, which I could observe compared to what you get from, let's say, UK or a developed country. And another thing is, especially on the quiz, once you attend the quiz, there are new questions popping up. So it's not the same questions every time if you would like to help your peers. So cheating can be avoided in this manner, you can say. You're not able to help another participant. But that is stopping because the questions are recycled, in the sense new questions are popping up in the same place. This helps to avoid cheating. So in these ways, MOOC is not on all platforms, on few platforms, especially Coursera. Things are improving and developing.
Okay, and just to finish, if you're comfortable telling us, what is your preferred platform for studying MOOCs, if you do have one?
Coursera.
It is Coursera. And what are the reasons for that?
The layout is quite good, quite friendly, and it can be said the MOOCs which certificate, specialization certificate or a verified certificate from that platform can be more authentic compared to other MOOC providers.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Thakshak, for sharing your experiences and your advice on studying MOOCs. I think this is very valuable for people who are looking to start studying this type of course. And thank you very much for giving us your time and joining us on this interview.
Thank you, Carolyn, for giving me this opportunity, and your team out there. Good day.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye, Thakshak.
Bye.